Be unfair on a personal level, but how the hell, in the name of the sweet Lord, did David Lammy make it to Deputy Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? The man is a joke, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that would be one of the questions on Mastermind, which, of course, he famously appeared on, and he would not even be able to answer that himself. So it is what it is. But, you know, you've just played those words that he spoke just 5 years ago, where he said how important jury trials were. And if you were to get him in the studio somehow or other, you'd have to kidnap him and bring him in, clearly, Jeremy. But nonetheless, if you did get him in, he would come out with a form of words. He'd make a noise in the studio, ignoring what he said 5 years ago and saying how important it was because they've got such a big backlog, and how important it was to, to get justice done, because if justice isn't done, then nobody's getting and all that sort of rubbish. The fact is that they are doing exactly what they want now. They're riding roughshod, not just over the judicial system, but over the economy of the country. There used to be this old joke when I was a kid. It said, how do you know if a politician is lying? And the answer was, their lips are moving. And the problem now is that it's turned from a joke into actuality.
Well, this is amazing. And the reason I started with the jury thing is that's what he wanted today to be about. But then it transpires an hour and a half ago, Nige, that he basically went on Sky and then the BBC to admit that firstly 2 prisoners had been escaping in the last 3 weeks, and then it was 12. I'm going to play you two. This is our Justice Secretary, the man who wants to get rid of juries, although he doesn't. More importantly, prisoners are escaping willy-nilly. This is Lammy just after 7 o'clock on Sky News. Have a listen, peeps.
Are you aware of any more violent offenders or sex offenders?
There have been releases in error since I made that statement, but I want to convey that the trend this year is fortunately downwards.
Can you give me a number on how many?
2.
There's been 2.
There have been 2.
And are they still at large, or have they been apprehended?
Sophie, it's important that I release that data in the way that it's always been released. And it's also important that I work with police where someone is at large, and sometimes, because the police are about to nab somebody, they actually don't want me to discuss it.
I understand.
And it's important that they get on.
But are those 2 people still at large or not, are they?
There are 2 people currently at large.
Okay.
So that was Sky, Nige, at 7:10, 2 still at large. 20 minutes later, Calamity Lammy appeared on the BBC. Have a watch.
I made it clear in Parliament that on a paper-based system, there will always be human error, and there has been a human error for all of my lifetime. Until we move to a completely digital system, I think it's impossible to rule out error. But there has been a spike. It's on a downward trajectory. There have been 12 since I made that statement. At the moment, 2 are currently at large.
So 2 have been released by mistake or are at large, or 12 have been... Look at it. Honestly, Nige, how do you believe a word that comes out of that man's mouth?
Well, as I said, sadly, it's not just him. It seems to me that the entire cabinet are in on it. The only person who wasn't in on it was Richard Hughes, the OBR chief, and he resigned last night. I mean, it is absolutely bonkers. And the real problem is, there's always a problem with trust between politicians and the people. But it's gone to a new low now, Jeremy. And I'm just wondering that at the next general election, whatever manifestos people come out with, the people are going to scratch their heads and say, why should we believe any of you? It really is bringing the trust of the people about politicians and about politics generally to a new low. And I've been, wandering around Parliament for 32 years. I've been in politics for about 50 years of my life, and I've never seen it as bad as it is now.
It's really